What's going on, guys? It's Matty Skonez and your boy Hemp1111 or 1111. I don't know, whatever you want to call him. My point of the matter is today we're here for a few reasons. I got caught in a rabbit hole. I got to admit, I got caught in a rabbit hole, and I've been looking into some unique stuff like parallel universes. I've been listening to CERN and how they're communicating that they've been accessing information from parallel universes to improve our existence, how that may tie into the Mandela effect. And then on top, there's so much going on. But then I came across this video. Let me give the proper credit here. So this guy is Omar Gosh TV. He's got almost 4 million subscribers. This video alone has an 81 to 2,000 likes to dislike ratios, 81,000 to 2,000 dislikes. That being said, we're going to read some of these comments. But first, before we go further, I'm going to give you a little idea. Hemp and I, we've already watched this video. We've seen it, and trust me when I say, you could agree with me. We've looked at this on both sides, like, okay, what if this is real, and like, how can you fake this? Out of curiosity, I mean, are you conclusive either way on this video, or because of what you see, it's just too polarizing? What do you think?
Are you asking me or the audience?
The only person who can answer me right now.
Oh, well, I was first trying to see if you were streaming on YouTube, because I'm trying to I keep refreshing you on here so I could watch you streaming it on here, but I can't seem to find you. Are you not streaming at the moment?
No, we're definitely streaming.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll send you the link, buddy.
Matty Skonez, right?
Yeah, I'll send it to you in Discord though.
So yeah, to me,
there it is.
my opinion. Should I give my full opinion now or later?
Just let me know how you feel.
Without giving it away?
Yeah, let me know how you feel regarding, are you convinced one way or another that this is real or fake?
If I had to choose, like, I'm kind of 50-50, but if I had to pick like a one way or the other, it's hard to say 100% it's fake, only because how do you get that many people to not be in a video?
Right. Before we go into that, these people might not have seen the video. Mind you, this video has tons of views. But that being said, this is to me, I can't conclusively say this is real or fake. And here's the thing. We're arguing at this point in time whether or not this guy's trapped in a parallel universe. Now, how crazy that seems is, to me, less crazy than during a pandemic you were able to empty a hospital, a police station, the subway, the streets, the malls. Like, how do you do that without some crazy propaganda, visual effects? I can't even conceivably come up with it. But anyways, before we go further, did you get the link and stuff there?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so we're good.
I'm seeing you now.
How's the latency? Not too bad, right?
Give me a thumbs up real quick. I'm just seeing how many seconds the lag's gonna be.
I did it as soon as you said it.
Okay. All right. So maybe 5 seconds, which isn't too bad, because way I just want to be able to watch when you're showing the video, so I could kind of at least be within the same time frame. Now I could be watching it in 2027. We don't know. So let's see what happens.
All right. You ready to start the video? Okay.
Oh my God! By the way, what a treat that is to see you not like be calm and then see like a 7-second later lag of laugh. It's just so funny to me. Anyway.
All right. Ready?
I'll shut up now. Yep.
Here we go.
Day to the terrifying reality that you were the only one left on Earth.
There are some mornings where I really feel like I wish I were the only person left on Earth, but that's a different story.
Well, that means I'm watching real time with the audience. So
yeah,
even though I'm hearing you in my brain, they're hearing you real time with me.
Yep.
Meet
Okay,
Javier,
so that's even
aka
trippier.
Unico
Yeah,
Soda
please X out of
Viviente,
that. I almost
which
clicked that,
means
man.
lone
You're
survivor.
freaking me out. All
He
right.
claims to have woken up in the hospital with no recollection of who he
I was like, I usually
when
click
he
that
wakes
thing.
up, he notices that
All right,
there's
I'll
no
shut up now. This
nurses,
gets crazy.
no doctors, nobody in the hospital at all. When he goes outside to investigate, there's no cars moving, nobody on the streets, not even a bird flying in the air. Yeah, no animals. Now he's recording all of these videos and people are asking so many questions, including myself. At first glance, when you watch these videos, they're very entertaining. You're like, oh, he must be recording them early in the morning. Maybe he did it during one of the lockdowns. He just filmed a bunch of videos and he's just releasing them now, but that's not so. The more I watched, the more I became scared. If you've ever watched movies like I Am Legend, shows like The Walking Dead, you know that there's a lot of money involved in those production sets.
Now, hold on. Before we go further, I want to let you guys know that I've worked on sets in Toronto, Ontario for the better part of 5 or 6, 7 years. My job was to actually set up sets prior to the actual crew getting there. Once they got there, I'd broke it down. Then I'd hop past where they're filming the next one and go to the one after. So I was there every second set, setting up and breaking down. Now, even when a set is dead, there are still people on that set to make sure nobody's fucking around with all the props and everything that's there. How do I know this? Because I was one of the people guarding those sets. If anybody walks onto that set, you have to stop them. If anybody tries to film that set, you have to stop them. So all in all, the fact that this could be some elaborate movie just doesn't seem plausible. Did my food just come? Do I have to pause this? Oh, okay, good. No, I don't have to do that right now. So that being said, well, let's continue this.
Millions of dollars on CGI.
Oh, yeah. Again, my point is I don't think that is a set.
To make it look like the world is desolate. Now, Javier's only using his phone to film and uploading these videos barely edited onto TikTok. And he lives in a very big city. Now, as he starts getting his memory back, he remembers that he was in 2021. When he looks at computers, looks at his phone, everything is exactly the same as 2021, except all the dates on every electronic device is saying 2027.
Now, this is not conclusive stuff. We all know that we can manipulate the dates. However, over here, if you go to the good old-fashioned calendar, go down to 2027, and you actually go to the February, the 14th on the Sunday actually lines up properly. So again, Saturday, Sunday the 14th, all of that matches up. So let's keep going here.
He realizes that there's some sort of connection between 2021 and 2027. He still has access to the internet, and he's even shown different locations, exact coordinates to where he's at, and leaving things. This is something like a parallel world, a different dimension, but a connection from 2027 where he's at and 2021. What I find rather fascinating and unique is he's going to these places that are populated.
So that's the part that interests me. It's like, okay, in terms of if we're leaning one way or the other and someone were to question,
yes,
he has access to the internet. There's electricity. It's like, okay, how is that all connected? Who's running that? What's going on?
Generators,
right? In terms of him. Yeah, but in terms of like, I guess there's only a finite amount of power. So depending on where you're at in the world, quote unquote, right?
Mm-hmm.
In other words, someone has to be there to power the stuff. Yeah, there's generators, but for how long would that run? How long's he been in this place? When did he wake up there? Like, I guess I would like to know more about that too.
Mm-hmm. Now, my thing with that is if nobody's using that power, then...
Yeah, you have all the freaking power in the world. Of course.
I mean, that limited power would be pretty unlimited considering what it would take to utilize it.
And of course, we're not even getting to the juicy stuff yet, which I don't want to get away with.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah,
I almost said a certain part about something.
We're 2 minutes in. Let's keep going.
I'm just trying to throw a little frisbee out there. That's all.
Yeah.
Like Did he really do this during lockdowns and just leave those things there and then had this master plan of people finding them later on? You're not going to want to miss this because the story gets even crazier. And I know what you're thinking, like, this cannot be real. There is something that he's doing. Maybe some virtual reality, maybe some tricks with his camera, maybe he's paying people. Valencia, Spain is huge. It's home to about 2.5 million people. When you see some of these videos, even during lockdowns, you can see birds in the air. You can see, I mean, this is, you know, of course, other videos that people are posting of where he's been. There are people there, very crowded areas. I put myself in his shoes, like, he's probably really scared. He's by himself. What would you do? Think about it. I mean, this surpasses every fear.
All right, hold on. He asked a good question. What would you do if you were in a city where there's nobody there? What would you do, Hemp?
Well, first thing, what would I do, like, in terms of would I gather supplies, or would I go to every freaking door and building and knock and be like, all right, man, is it just me or what's going on here?
Is it just
that would be the first thing. Then I would wonder if someone tapped the water supply. I'd be like, all right, I'm obviously on something. Because seriously, if that ever really actually happened, you're like, all right, someone tapped the water supply or something. Like, I'm this is not reality.
Mm-hmm.
After that would settle, I probably would freak the hell out, to be honest with you. But I would do my best to calm down, and I probably would do what this guy's doing in terms of, like, all right, how do I communicate? Check the phone, check the internet, you know, go obviously to your house, your job, whatever. See what's going on.
I don't know what else I'd do other than document it, because let's say it all ended like that night. You know, if you try to explain to anybody what happened, you're crazy, right?
I mean, the whole thing would be
yeah, the whole thing's pretty far-fetched, but I mean, yeah,
would be bonkers. And the fact that, can I communicate with someone from the quote-unquote past, or like, how does that even work, you know?
Yeah, that's a whole different story. Hey, Nugget, I'm live. You want to?
What would you do? Would you freak out, or would you just be like, I get all the food and clothing I want now?
I mean, here the funny thing about it is when you think about oh, hold on a minute, honey, food's on the way, by the way. Okay. When you think about what we normally do is brought about by social norms. What do you do when social norms are no longer in existence?
Right. Every day's pajama day, that's for sure.
That's true. Yeah, maybe go on a big shopping spree. I don't even know what to say. Come on in, honey.
The funny thing is, it would be like, hey, I guess I'm just gonna grow my hair super long and like A through Z because, you know, why would you even care about not doing that?
Well, moreover, who's cutting your hair for you?
Yeah, and who are you cutting it for?
Right.
You know,
right.
I always, just as a side note real quick, and then we can get back to what the video or whatever you were saying there. I always thought it was funny when it's like, I just like to do my hair because for myself, or I like to do it this way for myself. I don't know why I do a southern accent, but just bear with me.
Okay, I'm bearing.
And it's like, all right, well, I get what you're saying, but literally, here's the scenario. If you were literally by yourself and no one else is around, what? Why would you do your hair? Why would you wear a certain thing?
You wouldn't do your hair.
Literally be 0 point. Yeah. There would be 0 point at that point. It's not that there's one other person on the planet. You were the only person. What would be the point?
Yeah. I mean, again...
Ultimate comfort at that point. Unless you're just in whatever world you're in.
Yeah.
Which is...
Yeah. Oh, the lunatic.
It's Luna.
Oh, hello, little one. Hello. Mwah. Luna, say hi to the whole world. This is our girl Luna here. This is the interdimensional doggy. Oh, hold on. This might be your food, honey.
Luna.
Go grab the food from the guy. He's over at the garage door, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just hand him the $25 and take the food.
All right.
All right? Put her on the bed. All right. So we got some grub. Also, Keely, grab us a couple of smart waters, okay? So we're back here. We got some food. We got some water going. You know what? Hang tight. Hang tight. Let me make sure that everything's kosher here. All right. All right, we're back. All right. So, yeah, let's keep watching this because again, that is definitely a thought experiment figuring out what to do if you're the only one. Honestly,
why not drive them whatever car you want?
We'll get there. I think the first thing that I would do is start playing music.
As loud as you want, whenever you want.
Yeah, well, think about it. I mean, if anything, it's vibrations. I don't know. I think that's what I would do. Is I'd play a lot of music if I were the only one there. Find the most expensive grand piano and just go nuts. All right, let's continue.
Imagine being all alone. Us human beings, like, we have a connection. We have a connection to other people, to animals. We need that connection. We need those relationships. Nobody around. You're alone. If something happens to you, like, that's it. It's just you. Now, this is where it gets interesting. There's followers of his on his TikTok videos requesting certain locations for him to go and explore and to show that there's no one there. We're not just talking about regular places. These are historic landmarks in Valencia, Spain. Churches, hospitals, even a soccer stadium. Some have argued that he's going early.
Now, a lot of people are saying that that's a drone up there. I really don't think that's a drone. I think that little guy up there is one of those cross-wired things that go across the field, and it's a camera, to be honest with you.
Early in the morning, but he continues to prove people wrong. In this video, Javier shows a comment on the screen, and the comment says this: all your videos are made super early in the morning at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. when there's no one around. He then goes with this comment on the screen to a heavily populated part of the city with a clock,
See,
a
this
public
right
clock,
here gets me.
and shows that the time is 5:46 p.m. I think that's military time. And I don't know about you, I mean, here in America at 5 o'clock, it's rather busy. People are just getting out of work.
Yep,
that's considered rush
busy as
hour.
hell. Now, my wife's Colombian. She has family over in Spain. She also agrees that at 5 o'clock it gets busy. And especially in a main city like Valencia, there's no way that you can just tell everybody to not be on the streets. Delete animals, delete movement. I mean, it's just... Keep watching. So today I was finally able to eat. I would definitely lose my appetite too. For a hot minute.
Dude. Yeah. That's nuts.
Yo, these images are just so creepy to look at. It's so desolate. And yet everything looks like it's pristine as if it was just taken care of today. Oy.
It's also the music in the background. If
Now,
they're playing like
hold on a minute,
crazy techno music, it would make it a little more interesting.
I paused it here. So I guess,
Oh yeah, what was that little thing in the sand?
I mean, I'm assuming it's him, but my point is he got his hands on a drone?
Yeah, something.
It's the only way that makes sense.
Which it's possible. I mean, it's not like you can't have a drone. You
Again,
can have a drone.
if nobody's there, go into a mall, pick up a drone, set it up, get on with your life.
Now this is Javier.
This is a thought experiment. Since Amazon's so automated, I wonder if he would actually receive something from Amazon. That'd be funny to test.
Here's TikTok page. I encourage.
Oh yeah, so guys, this is the guy's TikTok page. Unico so breviente. Guys, you can abuse me. I'm not Spanish. I'm not exactly sure how to say that, but
Okay, his name is Javier.
well, yeah, his name's Javier, but on TikTok, how do you say that?
No sé.
No say. Okay. So my point of the matter is this is this guy's TikTok. So if you still have TikTok on your phone, I encourage you go find it, follow him, and ask him questions. Keep up with stuff because he's
I
been.
can make out one thing.
What's that?
It says una cosa, which
Unico
one thing, but I can't make out the big.
breviente.
Maybe brave. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Encourage you to go check it out. Give him a follow. Let him know that Omar sent you. Now, when I first came across this TikTok page, I was like, it's all in Spanish. Now, luckily for me, I know how to read Spanish. I mean, yeah, Spanish was my very first language. Fun fact about your boy Omar Gosh TV here. There's some things that I don't know. I would say English is my primary language. Okay, so this person pretty much says go inside of an airport. I understand that there's maybe some travel restrictions here.
So this is another thing that kind of bothers me about this is people erroneously throw up $50,000 or whatever, $500,000, whatever, to go here, go there, which I just think is stupid because what's the guy going to do with $500,000 if he's stuck in another dimension where he doesn't need to pay for anything?
That's what I'm saying.
So
and if he's really good at editing, he just made a gajillion dollars.
Right, but and my point of matter is that part bothers me is that you would even need to say that. Moreover, it's like I don't know. Just
there,
keep watching,
but
keep
I
watching.
don't know.
Now,
I mean,
I asked my wife what this means. Apparently, all those flights to Madrid are standing by. What does that mean? Uliamada? Is it standby or boarding? Standby? Uliamada? I think my wife said that means it's on standby, which is kind of funny because again, I guess all of these flights and stuff are definitely waiting to go, and they would definitely have these flights for years in advance if that was just a program. So I mean,
it even shows flights.
It's not unheard of to see that.
I mean,
what's unheard of is
just
nobody's in an airport, no security guards,
lights flickering there.
Now hold on, that bothers me. There's nothing on these screens over here. But
this person said they'll give him $500,000 if they do that. You know, he goes into the bathroom, completely empty. Somebody here in the comments of that video said, "Why don't you go into an airplane?" And I think it's great. I think it's really fun looking at some of the comments. Grab a video.
That's eerie how he goes
passing
at night
through the river.
Now this river right here. This river never not has people. This is the equivalent to like the most popular park or landmine or like even in some American cities, you know how people go to a mall and walk around for exercise? This is that area. Hence why people in Spain are telling you, go over here. There's got to be people here. He's here. There's nobody here. But this isn't even where it is. It gets crazy.
And I mean, you could see there's no cars on the streets. Nobody walking around. I mean, I don't even see birds in the sky. I mean, pay attention and see if you see any birds in the sky. I mean,
No, this guy is not even stuck in Spain. Look at the title. This guy's stuck in the year 2027, and he's on TikTok right now communicating with us.
I'm asking if he can like go anywhere else in the world besides that place.
Yeah, he can go wherever he wants.
I'm looking. I've been looking. You guys might be.
Go to like Tokyo because there's like a spot.
Well, the problem with that is I think Tokyo is like isn't Japan like a little bit of an island? Isn't it tough to drive there? No, I'm sure there's got to be bridges or something to get to Tokyo, right? Or to Japan.
There's a big crossroad which like is the most populated place, and they all cross across.
Right. This is also a city with almost 2.5 million people in it, and there's nobody in any of these videos. There's no animals. There's no birds. Wait till you see it. He goes into a zoo. There's no animals in the zoo, Kaylee. I know.
Be able to help me on this. I mean, I don't understand. So somebody says to go to a Mercedes dealership.
Now, this Mercedes dealership, this is what we didn't want to give up on earlier. Again, if the Mercedes dealership's open, Okay, if anybody has went out and purchased a new car, try being in a car, try being in a car lot, and not have somebody talk to you within the first 2 minutes. Like, if you're a salesman, you need to go approach that person immediately. Not only is there nobody around here, this guy apparently picks up a key and just leaves.
And
so let's watch
grab a
it.
Mercedes.
But do we see him go right in the doors, brand new, with no one around?
We didn't see him go in the doors. Now, mind you, these are all edited clips that are put together in another edited video. So I'm not on TikTok anymore. I don't like TikTok. I won't go on TikTok. But that being said, I would be interested to actually see his TikTok videos at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
So he finds this key right here, and I guess he's looking around and see what car this key belongs to, and he finds it. It's right outside. I mean, how was he able to do this upon request? Somebody requested him to go to a Mercedes dealership, and look, he's driving the car. He's
one thing that bothers me. I'm going to rewind just a second here.
Him to
Usually
go to
brand new Mercedes and stuff like that, they'll have all the shit on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so anybody with dirty shoes or whatever comes in, they can't ruin the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But mind you, I've never purchased.
Yeah, but at the same time, if it's in parallel with the 2021 thing, it could still be a brand new car with all that crap taken off, and that could have been someone was about to go in our timeline. And leaving it, and
that's
thing.
Yeah. Somebody was about to.
And
go
that's
for
one
a test
thing
drive.
that I don't know how to explain. Maybe you don't, but maybe that is a possibility in and of itself.
True.
Dealership.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look, he's driving the car. He's the only one on the street, and this looks like dusk. There's somebody in the comment of this video saying, "I'm starting to believe that what you're going through is real now," and I'm not gonna lie, I'm believing it too. This guy is trapped in another dimension, not just in time, but some nuts. Sort of connected world, except there's nobody in his world but him. And this one right here, he goes to the
so crazy
Palacio de Marquez.
So now,
and they said
here's something that you read in the comments, right? That if you really want to prove that this is real, go break one of the museum pieces. And I thought that's interesting.
Yeah,
I thought that's interesting. I'll give him $500,000.
I'd be like, karmically, I don't want to do this universe.
A place that would be very busy.
Now,
and then people.
On the contrary, if he's in this museum and he's allowed to go in this museum, you'd assume that other people would be in the most, one of the most famous museums in Valencia, Spain. So I don't know. It's definitely a thought experiment, dude.
Filled with people.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody there. Busy city. No security guards. Nobody.
We're saying, we're saying break the piece.
Let's move on to the next.
Break a piece
in this video, he has some keychains. Still looking around for birds. Don't see any. But he hides this keychain and leaves up latitude.
You know what I want to see too? I want to see him walk around for an entire
screen for somebody
4 hours, not just like
being
little
that there's a connection between 2027 and 2021. If he leaves something behind, somebody's going to find it.
No. Yeah, so it's like he should get on.
I mean, this is fascinating. Either that or, this guy is a pro
when it comes to our video.
Yeah.
Because even this stuff, like putting it in the bush and all that, like it could be real, but it could be a little sus too. Like there could be other people in on it. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, again,
I'm saying I'm playing both sides, right?
I'm trying to play both sides with you. I'm trying to play both sides. So
I mean, listen, Angel's advocate, he could be there, man, and I feel horrible for him.
the side that bothers me about this being like a big hoax is okay. You've got friends, they're making you do X, Y, and Z. How do you empty a Mercedes dealership? How do you empty a bus station or a subway station? How do you empty a hospital? How do you have access to a police car? How do you empty the animals in a zoo, which we haven't even got to? We're 8 minutes into this 16-minute video. Let's go.
Comes to editing and special effects, but what makes this crazy? I mean, you can still see
for the average Joe.
Yeah.
Nobody in the background, but let's go to the next clips here. People are actually sharing that they.
So right here, apparently an hour and 37 minutes after the post, this guy went out and found that keychain, and as you can clearly see, what you have in the left screen over here is a representation of what we all understand as human life in the middle of a pandemic, with people wearing masks, bicycling, trying to go about their daily business while you have all this crazy overhang.
Found his keychain.
Look at this. Look at all the people. There's just tons and tons of people
With the coordinates
and now
that he
here's
gave.
the thing. If people, I love how like the old versions of me, people like me that wouldn't get up early in the morning, be like, oh, well, you just got up 6, 7 in the morning before anybody was out. Well, I'm sorry. People work throughout the night. People go to morning shifts. People are up in the morning. I mean, my stepfather literally starts his day by 7. Between the hours of 5:30 and 6:30, he's already getting ready for his day. So, I mean, to think that nobody's there in the mornings and that's how he's getting away with this, ludicrous.
Them. Now this person
well, look
is
where the
also,
sun is on the left. Like, look how high up it is.
Yeah, that's another thing too. You guys don't
It's not even like 4 in the morning. It's like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere you can
8 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the angle of that sun looks early afternoon, late evening. It doesn't look like it's some odd erroneous time where nobody's out.
showing that the area that he was in is a.
Now, real fast, one thing I do notice between the left and the right screens, and this may just be camera quality, I notice how much more blue and vivid all the colors are on that right side than the left side. But again, that just might be
time of day, camera angles,
different dimension, all that
populated area. You can see people walking their dogs. You can see people jogging, having picnics, and there it is. There's the keychain right there. He put a note there for them. This guy is in shock. Here's another one right here. Guy found it. I mean, did he go out early in the morning when nobody was around?
Now, what does that say there, Kaylee? Can you read that? It says something in your hands. What you have in your, what does it say? What you have in your hands.
Can
you read it better? Se tienes es tu manos, hombre. Harber? What does that say? Do you know?
I think that means like open.
Okay.
Filmed these shots right before he posted the video. I don't know. I don't know. That's what makes this so cool. This one right here, somebody tells him, why don't you go to the subway? Nobody there. Nobody at the subway.
Now, mind you, you guys know that if you go down into a subway, there's police officers, there's people at the gate, and then there's hundreds to thousands of people that do not have other modes of transportation to get around. Subways are metropolises of transportation for people. They are literally like epicenters for people to get to where they need to go. Now, even in the middle of a pandemic, even if you're not going to work, you still utilize that same mode of transportation to get to where you need to go. So this is also a little bit baffling.
And I don't know if you've seen that shot of him walking in. It's still daytime. How is there nobody around? I mean, I know that there's some lockdowns in certain countries, but there's still people doing things. There's still people out there. Maybe he has some connections to, I mean, I know that when the lockdowns were first happening, I mean, you can get arrested for being in some parts of certain cities. You know.
Now, that being said, who do you have to be connected to be able to go into closed places in order to film, to create some, I mean, that right there just seems like so much of a conspiracy. Like, how can you even begin to orchestrate that? Who do you have to be able to orchestrate that? And moreover, if this guy is that influential, I mean, people would be picking him out saying, oh, he's this and that. But no, he's just a regular old person, apparently.
Depending on where you're at. I mean, he's walking around and...
look, nobody inside the gates. Nobody's monitoring what's going on.
There's nobody around. I mean, look,
now, mind you, there's front doors to these buildings. If these buildings work, you wouldn't be allowed in.
It's right past the gate. Don't need your Metro card, bud. Nope. A lot of these videos, people are challenging him to go to certain places. On this one, somebody challenged him, why don't you go back to the hospital? See if you could find some information about yourself.
See, now this is what gets me, Steve. We're at the hospital now.
The zoo?
The hospital.
Oh, the hospital, yeah.
So, okay. Let's play Angel's Advocate. Let's say the city's in lockdown. Let's say there's nobody on the streets. Let's say that there's nobody driving. Let's say all these ridiculous things to get to this point. How do you shut down a hospital to go literally gallivanting through it?
Maybe
in the middle of a pandemic.
Some paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to the hospital.
That part
I mean,
would be
this
pretty
is
hard to
his
explain.
vision of when he woke up in the hospital and he didn't know where he was. I mean, that had been so confusing. Nobody around, and you can clearly see.
Now, funny enough, hospitals actually look a lot like this now today, which is absolutely mind-blowing, but I don't want to get into that.
There's nobody around. And it says here that he found some paperwork on him, and he shows it. I guess he found that necklace too, but it says his name there. Somewhere it does say the date too. Yeah, 2021.
There you go. I'll pause that there so you guys can see. The date up here is 10/02/2021. He came in at 5:47 in the morning. All right. You got all of your information. He came in with via ambulance. There's his name, Javier. And now over here, according to my wife, it was saying that he was, if I'm not mistaken, he had a fever of almost 40 degrees Celsius. His respiratory rate was 22, but his blood pressure was 160/90, which is quite high. This guy was in rough shape when he got admitted on.
Is that not February 10th though? Isn't that how you read that?
Sorry. Yeah. The 10th of February, 2021. You're absolutely right.
Because I know we read our
dates differently. Yes, guys, do not think that that's October 2nd. That is the 10th of February. America is one of the few countries who reverses those numbers.
Weird. Okay, this one.
We're also one of the few countries that don't use the metric system.
Yeah.
By far has to be probably my favorite, for good reason. It's scary. He goes to the zoo. I don't know. I mean, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more animals.
Yeah, he's now at the zoo. Not only is there nobody in the zoo, watch this, Kaylee. There's no animals.
Take the animals out of the zoo, and still, like, how was he able
to? Well, that's
to
my point. They're not
have
harmed,
access
they're just not there.
to a zoo? You can see they still have fountains running. I still don't see.
Yo, Hemp, here's a question for you. And this is a thought experiment. Comment down below if you guys can elaborate on this. Let's say, hypothetically, we live in a matrix, aka a simulation, aka whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not supposed to be in 2027, wouldn't the base program still exist to be able to go up to and past 2027?
Well, I'm actually glad you brought that point up, because according to my calculations, and I've done lots of research on this, there's actually 3 theories that I have. Now, according to this theory right here...
So, no, my point is...
Sorry, that was my...
I'm trying to come up...
my twin brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with some reason why this place is so pristine, why the grass is cut, why the fountains are on, yet there's no animals, there's no people, there's no nothing. I'm really wondering if, like, maybe the program just hasn't put in the background of everybody, and that's what's really going on. Hence why he's able to communicate with people in 2021.
Anything's possible, man.
I mean,
They
again,
do say everything works in zeros and ones, so who knows?
Oh yeah, to know anything, the first thing you have to do is forget everything you think you know.
I already forgot, so I'm good.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I just said.
See birds in the sky.
Who are you?
My daughter, like, I forgot what you just said.
Where am I?
This looks like an area where there would probably
Look at the waterfalls down here are still happening.
be maybe some chimpanzees, some large cats.
You see no animals scat anywhere.
Maybe an elephant or two.
Pretty crazy move to
There's
just
no
go
animals
up and
at the zoo.
jump in there with the
they all
alligators.
disappeared. That was probably where the
There's no
gorillas were.
alligators. There's no nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, there's no animals.
I thought that was an
there's
animal
birds.
for. I thought that was an animal for a hot second. No, it's just a stump.
Oh, is this
No
an
birds.
abandoned zoo?
Look, you got more falls going on down here.
It looks pretty kept up. The lawn is
Look at how trimmed the lawn. It is pristine.
freshly mowed. The landscape
He's not. No kidding. It actually looks freshly mowed. You can kind of still
Mm-hmm.
see the lines in the lawn where the mower must have went over
looks
it.
nice. I mean, as you can see in
That's
the
our
earlier
point, we don't
shots,
know.
the fountains were on in the water.
No, he didn't mow the lawn.
Where are the animals?
There's nobody there.
Plus, it'd be really
This
scary
one's pretty
to...
cool. So
I'm just
he
gonna
asked
go mow the lawn inside of that zoo, just in case there might not be a tiger there.
Yeah.
Alexa,
All right. Now, this is another thing with the Alexa and the digital aspect of this. The only digital thing that really got me so far was when he went out to that main square, and let me see if I can get it. Where are we? 11:30 here. Let me see if I can pull up that main square where people were trying to call him out. So let me see. Where was that main square? He was doing it early in the morning. Da 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 da. All right, whatever. We'll keep going. So my point of the matter is that the image where he goes out to the main square, where he sees that it is the military time for 48 p.m. That's the one aspect where I'm like, okay, it's 5 in the evening and there's nobody in the square. That really gets me, because we all know that you can manipulate your computer, you can manipulate your Alexa to say it's 2027. You just tell it.
Of course.
Yeah. So that this part doesn't really get me.
this one's pretty cool. So he asks Alexa,
Yeah.
¿Qué fecha es hoy?
Es domingo, 21 de marzo de 2027.
March 21st on a Sunday.
What's that, honey?
Can he go to the White House?
I mean, he's in Spain, so he'd have to take a plane where there's nobody to fly him. So I don't think he can go to the White House.
2027. Alexa said it.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's like, yeah, go to America. It's like, wait, how would he get to America? Unless he was a pilot or something.
Better yet, go steal a yacht.
Even then, it's like you're by yourself. It's like, I'm chilling on the land, thank you very much.
Yeah. I don't know if go.
Who am I calling? Myself to pick me out of the thing?
Yeah. Look at this.
What if I don't pick up?
My crew.
Right now, hold on. Did you see that? He just went into a fire station. Not only was he able to go into the fire station, there's nobody at the fire station.
Yeah, that's insane.
He goes in there. Everybody's stuff is still there. There's absolutely nobody anywhere. Now, since there was so much electricity, why not turn on the TV? Now, this is interesting because when he turns on the TV, nothing.
Well, how come the light is on?
Well, there's definitely electricity. But my point of matter is he turns on the TV and there's no shows, which makes sense because they have to be programmed in by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a real famous restaurant where it's normally super busy. Nobody there, nobody cooking, nobody in the back, nobody in the front. Now this one is a little bit baffling because somebody writes here, show the expiration dates of any product in a store. Now, you'd expect to see 2027, 2028, 2029, somewhere around there. No. Look at the date on the bottom here. I'll pause it. You've got the January 21st, 2022. So this stuff has been sitting there allegedly now for 5, 6, 7 years and hasn't been touched.
I think every other food is gone bad.
Well, that's just it. That's just it, is that this food wouldn't be on the shelf 5, 6 years after its expiration date. I mean, don't get me wrong, some stores suck like that. But that being said, this should all be, if it is 2027, this should be 2027, 2028, 2029, but it's no, 2022. Very interesting stuff.
Okay, this was one that definitely made me scratch my head. I thought that this was a good idea, whoever wanted him to do this. They said to go to a police station.
Okay, now go to a police station. You see he has a key here. This key does bring up questions. Where did he get the key from? On the opposite side of that, who's keeping him from getting any key he wants as long as he can find it and identify where it goes? So let's continue watching.
This is what I find weird. He has a key to get inside the police station. Like, I mean, maybe he found the key outside. I don't know. One of the police cars is running too.
Now,
I don't know if he goes inside the police station or he tries to go in. But as you can see, there's nobody in there. I mean, cops usually freak out if you're trying to break into the police station.
Look at this one. The lights and the car is actually
this
on.
Police car is running and he gets in. Maybe it was running for days. I don't know. That's why I find this one a little peculiar. Let me know in the comments what you think.
Now, I'm not going to let you know in this comments. I'm going to let you know right here, right now, what I think. I think that there's definitely a possibility where somebody is actually leaving in that car in 2021, and that's why it's running. Thought experiment. Otherwise, the car would definitely be dead if it was on from 2021, 2022, all the way till 2027. Wouldn't have battery, wouldn't have gas, wouldn't have any of the things that currently is lighting it the heck up. Even if he's on day 4, 5, or 6, you're literally listening from the one guy who's left his keys in his car running more than he'd like to admit. Your car doesn't last for multiple days on. So, how that could be possible to me, the only way that I see other than this being one massively perpetuated hoax would definitely be that somebody in 2021 at this time is trying to get into that car and use it. So let's continue watching.
Lockdowns, schools closed. They're still closed. There's a lot of schools in the United States here where people are being homeschooled. Kids are being homeschooled. But
another $1 million to go into a school.
Shouldn't there be maybe like a janitor there? Or maybe somebody gave them access to go into the school?
And who's really giving the people these
possibilities.
Money? I mean, I'm sure he's not even asking for it. He's just literally going.
But this person said they give him $1 million if he went into a school. Now, maybe it's a lot harder. I know a lot of these people that comment on his videos are from Spain or close by. So they may know, or maybe they feel like it's really hard to get into some of these schools. And you could see he's in there and it's empty. Enter the
what I want to see?
A la cancha. I don't know.
Him in the same exact place as another person at our time, dude.
Well, that's just it.
And then one's there and one's not. As he's streaming live, I would crap a brick.
I feel you. Yeah, get two people to stream at the same place live.
Because then it's like, okay, I'd be like, here I am. And then I'd be like, put the object down. And then it shows up right in your reality. You'd be like, okay, you can't not prove this.
No,
like,
there's definitely a lot of ways. Maybe we should do that after this video. We should go through some of the ways that we think
you know what I mean?
we'd be able to prove this better.
I think that's their football team, aka soccer stadium in Valencia, Spain. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Don't get upset with me. But he's walking around this stadium like he owns the place, opening up doors. I mean, you can see there's nobody there. I mean, maybe soccer's not in season right now. Possibly.
Guys,
there goes all the play.
It doesn't matter if soccer's not in season. There's still so much stuff that has to be done for the next season. But let's keep going.
Here's all their lockers. It's their locker room. And he comes across some...
Now, for anybody who knows Valencia's soccer team or whoever BWIN is, I might even take some time later on. I want to see if all of these people on the wall are on the team currently, what happened. I want to see what this team is. So that would be interesting to do later.
Merch there. I mean, I don't know, maybe
Right, is that the
one of
current
the
team
people
now,
that
or like
run
what's
the
going
play.
on here?
Yeah, I think it is the current team now, to be honest with you.
But this is cool right here. Like, he gets to go inside of the stadium. There's not one person there. You don't see any birds in the air again. It's a very open space. Some people say that was a drone floating in the sky.
Yeah, now let's go into that real fast. People think that is a drone. Camera for I guess we could show top view camera for sporting events. So let me see if I can get, what are they called? They're called gliding cameras. They're called hanging wire cameras. What are they called?
Zipline camera, maybe?
I'm trying to find out what they would be called.
I'll be right back.
All right.
While you're looking that up.
Camera for sporting events. You don't have to wait for me. You can start eating your food if you want to, honey.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get one of these hanging wire cameras. Yeah, whatever you want. Let me see if I can find one here. Let's actually go to Valencia Football Stadium. See if we can't find that camera hanging in the middle of a stadium, especially during a game. Let's see.
How we doing here?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
What happened to the video?
I just paused it. Here. There you go. I'll leave it on the screen so people don't think we're black here. Here's the VCF Stadium. So I'll bring this up so you guys can see what I'm looking at. I'm trying to find that camera suspended, and I'm not seeing it anywhere. Uh-oh. Nuh-uh. There it is. There it is. Guys, look at those wires coming across. Those wires coming across are what I'm talking about. Those are the wires for that suspended camera. I don't see where the camera is in the shot, but you can clearly see those wires coming across. And look, there's the other wires. If I'm not mistaken, that's how that camera travels above, so you get that bird's eye view of whether you're playing either one of the American or European footballs or any sport. That top view camera is pretty prevalent right now. And let's see if I can
But here's the thing. Even if there was a drone in there, why couldn't he have his own drone?
Well, he did have his own drone, clearly from that one beach shot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's keep going here. This is just...
Who are you calling a beach?
I think we're at the end of the video anyways. Yeah, we are.
Pretty much.
Just absolutely
Now, there's a side of me that
desperate.
really believes it's the science fiction in me, because I love science fiction movies. And
All right, so he goes on to say there's a side that, again, it's really hard to choose, and I agree with him, man. Without going through some of these thought experiments and actually testing out, hey, I'm here, can you film at the same time, yada yada yada. I mean, yeah, you have to be skeptical. You have to be skeptical, but for as much as I want to be skeptical about how it cannot happen, I can't argue how freaking skeptical I am on how difficult it'd be to make it happen. That's just absolutely ludicrous to think that, oh yeah, no problem, I can get a hospital, police station, a zoo, a football club, I can get a fire department, I can get a school, I can get a subway, I can get a museum, I can get the main squares and canals of every major thing. I can get them empty, no problem. How? So, do I think he's in another dimension? No, but also too, I think it's less plausible for him to manipulate that many people in order to do it. So I guess I do think he's in another dimension. I
think he's in the same dimension. He just could be in a different timeline.
Or universe, right? Parallel universe, parallel experience, or again, maybe he's in the program, just way further ahead of where the actual gameplay is, so to speak. But in that being said, let's go through, read some of these comments. This guy needs to go to a maximum security prison and show him empty cells. LOL. I'm definitely going to like that one. He needs to go to the Vatican and unveil all the secret documents. And then I'm a believer. Go to Queen Elizabeth's main residence too. Now, the only reason that doesn't matter anymore is because now Buckingham Palace is like boarded up and closed down and shit for alleged repairs and reconstruction, right? That being said, this man has to break things in a museum. That would be the ultimate proof to me. I like that.
Yeah.
This man has pulled the best hoax of all time. I mean, if that's true, I'll give that a thumbs up. Scariest thing is that TikTok still exists in 2027, 2,300 likes, no dislikes. I'm going to add to that 2,300. Oh my God. He probably had a friend message him to do those things. No, he could do it during a pandemic. And now, see, this is Frank Dog. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't believe that. Because not only do you have...
Anything. Here's the thing. That's the other side of the coin. There's always two sides to a coin. That belongs on the other side of the coin, right?
Is it possible? Yeah, sure. Anything's possible. If this guy's in another dimension of sure, then that's definitely possible. On the other side of that, how on God's green do you literally, when you're not even allowed to be out, how do you convince people to not only let you be out, but go in and perpetuate this hoax?
Yep.
So I don't know.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Oh, right here. Christian Nix said the one thing that we both agree. He should go live on TikTok with someone in the same location and see if they see each other. I am definitely liking that. Christian Nix, I think you nailed it on the head.
That's what I was saying, man. That's what I was saying. Go to the same location at the same time and see what's up. That would be super crazy.
We need to tell this man.
People will not believe.
Yeah, we need to tell this man to go to the Vatican where they have those historical archives. Yep. If he's in 2027, how is he getting TikTok messages from people telling him where to film? That's just it. That's that. I mean, among probably 1,000 different idiosyncrasies in this video, that's the biggest thing. How is this even? How if it is 2027, how is everything not overgrown? If it is
every time he checked his message, does it say 6 years ago message now received?
That's a funny thing too. Yeah, that's right. Would a message 6 years ago? So to me, there has to be something in play with the base program of life. So before you existed and after you leave this planet, it's still here. The question is if a tree falls in the forest and there's nobody to make to hear it, does it make a sound? I guess that's the ultimate old paradoxical question that really comes into play. And in this case, it definitely is making a sound. This is crazy. So let's how about this? Let's give something to this. Let's add a public comment here to help on this guy's journey, and we'll say something like this. What would you say would be the one thing that would be even more conclusive than having two people film the same spot at the same time?
I mean, that's pretty much the ultimate thing, but I think leaving an item at the same time and seeing it if it appears for the other person at that exact time, not filming it and then leaving the location and someone else finds it. Anyone can do that.
Yeah. Yeah,
not even discrediting it. I'm trying to make his case stronger.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I want to add something here. I mean, what would be even more conclusive than that? I don't know, guys. Leave something down in the comments. Head over to Omar Gosh TV. Make sure you throw him a sub. Make sure you throw him a like on the video.
Ooh.
What's up? What did you just think of?
One last one. If he is from our timeline, can we find him now right this second, or is he completely disappeared?
Good question. We can check this out right now.
I'd be like, where's this guy right now on our timeline? Question mark.
Let's go find this guy. Let's see if we can
type that.
Yeah.
You wanted to leave a comment.
I'm trying to get to.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Says his name there.
There we go. Let's look up this guy's name real quick. We've got Javier.
But we need to find like people that are his neighbors or whoever to verify it and be like, hey, dude's missing.
Did I spell that right? Javier Datos del Paciente.
That's my opinion.
I don't know. We're going to have to do some deep down video research and dig into this. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's put that in the comments. How about that? If he existed in our timeline,
where is he now?
Can anyone confirm that he is not in a coma or dead? All right, guys, that's it for the thought experiment today. Let us know what you guys think about this. I'm excited to pull up a whole bunch more of these videos and figure out if Javier is actually stuck in another dimension. I have a lot of people also in my actual personal life not convinced that parallel universes exist, multiple dimensions, so on and so forth. But the problem with that is not only has the government come out and admitted that it has existed, but also too companies like CERN and stuff like that who have been working with the Hadron Collider, they've also admitted that they've been utilizing multiple universes to bring information to benefit our level of existence. Oy vey. This is one heck of a rabbit hole, and for everybody watching, thank you guys so much. This is Matty Skonez and Hemp saying, well, stay in your reality. Talk to you guys later.